First question, okay? You have to, depending on your response, I would know whether the feedback is good or bad. Tell me, was the lunch good? Good. I didn't get time to have lunch, but I'll have now that the response is so good. Okay, now the second question is, are you enjoying the India Inclusion Summit till now? Good. Did you like the theme song? Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing, right? Now, here is what we want to do. People come every year and say, Feroze, you do this summit and so on. So what do you really want to achieve, right? This is something which takes a whole year to prepare. And we set ourselves a very bold target. We said, we want to make India inclusive in the true sense by the year 2030. And this is like touching 1.3 billion people. That's a bold ambition, not just in Bangalore, not just in the cities, but rural and across the country. We want to reach out to 1.3 billion people with the message of inclusion. And that is not Facebook updates and tweets and all that. And just if you count that, we've probably done already 1.3 billion, right? But the real stuff, real message. And the fact is, we don't know how to do it, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll keep learning, and we want to take the message of inclusion across the country. And so people ask, what's the operating principle? How do you make this country inclusive? Do you have a formula? And we actually figured out the only way to make the country inclusive is to involve hundreds and thousands of people so that it moves away from being an annual event to a movement. And that's the shift we want to do. How do you go from an event to a movement? And one of the things we realized is to build a strong community, right? And hence, if you see a lot of that happens, most of you don't even know how it happens. Because hundreds and hundreds of volunteers who are involved. We are probably the only organization in the world. We registered it ourselves as a non-profit, India Inclusion Foundation. It's probably the only non-profit organization in the world which has no employees. But it also has hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of well-wishers. There's hundreds and hundreds of thousands of friends. There are volunteers who have flown down from across the country. They've taken a week off just to volunteer for this event. There are people from Allegis who've been preparing for this for close to 6 months. Actually, they started preparing 1 year back, right? I understand that many of you would have got phone calls from the volunteers, have you, right? Are you coming? If you haven't got registered. You got, right? Are these guys bothering you with a lot of phone calls? That's the love and warmth of the people, right? It's incredible that, let me give you some numbers that will blow your minds off. We have accepted 1,000 registrations, and we had 600 registrations on wait list. And this was already 2 months before. So we closed registrations 2 months before. This is the only event of its kind which is completely free. And we say we want to make it free so that we are truly inclusive. Even in the economic sense. We don't make any distinction. People always argue, why do you have to make it free? Not because people can't pray, but we want to be truly inclusive. Right? That's the spirit. The only event in the world which is completely free, which is run completely by volunteers, and we make it happen year after year, having no clue how to do it. But we figure it out. Because I believe when good people come with good intentions, magic happens. And I want to present to you the magicians right now. These are the unsung heroes for me who worked for a whole year behind the scenes. Every weekend, they come to office and prepare. So it gives me great pleasure to invite the real heroes. And I would not expect anything less than a standing ovation, okay? But not now. Let them come on stage. When I ask you to stand, you should. So I want to call the entire volunteer team. Yeah? I promised them that the only thing they will get from me is a hug, nothing else. I just hope this doesn't break. Sit down. Woo! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.